All right, guys. Mid-morning, late morning. Eddie the Block here. Relic Extractors, along with Chef Fanny. Doing a quick walk around before I go jump down into the hole. Um, Seeing if there's anything interesting laying around. That would have been a nice little stem glass, cut glass. There's a Borden's with the Eagle. Look at that, with the tin top closure on it. With the tin top closure on it. That's crazy. Borden's Eagle with the tin top, which obviously doesn't look like it's salvageable.
Oh my gosh, is that an Aaron's tonic right there?
The top, yeah, it was broken, Annie.
Oh,
Um, so I don't know. Maybe I'll take it. We'll see what happens. The bottle does have a dinger. Actually, no, I'm not going to take it. But there's an example of like a lightning style closure, tin top milk, right there. And too bad that hardware's torched. That would have been great to add on to another bottle. All right, so we're going to leave that, and we'll get back to it when something decent comes out. All right, guys. Catch you in a few. All right, guys. Yeah, someone was cherry picking this hole here on me and John since we've been here. Not real bad, but they punched in about 2 feet deeper than where we left off. So I'm going to clean this out, and I'm going to have to knock the top down now before I can even really get into it. And, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it comes about. Chef Annie's over here behind that tree right there, picking around looking for stuff. So she's not going to stay too long. She's going to go run to the store while I'm here. And we'll let you know how we make out. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the first pull. All right, guys, got a few bottles showing here. There's a top there, base sticking out there, a bunch of shells, and there's some broken stuff back in there where you can't see. So I'm going to work this 1.5 2 foot level across. This is going to come down anyway. So then once it does, I'm just going to throw it behind me here and work my way up out of the hole. But then I'll be able to go straight across, and then we can go back straight back down again. So stay tuned, and we'll see what pops out. All right, guys. Nice Gordon's. Common, but nice bottle. Just popped out of the side wall up underneath the corner here. Nasty muddy water in there. So I mean, they look nice in a window. Like I said, not a lot of value. $5, maybe $10 tops. I mean, anybody that is asking anything more than $10 for these is off their rocker. Unless it's the amber ones or the really dark green ones, then you can get a little bit more, like 20 to 30. The amber is around 50, 60 bucks because it actually says scotch or whiskey on it, something like that. I got one at the house, and it's got a different style top. This one here is about 1890s or so. So still a nice bottle. Depending on what else I get. I mean, I got a few of these at the house. So I'll start liquidating them. I do have some in, like apple green and aqua and clear, so maybe I'll do a color run for you one day. All right, we'll get back at it and see what comes out next. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I switched sides here. Knocking a little bit of this down, and they look to be common, but I got a couple bottles showing there and here. This is probably a ketchup. It seems to be. This could be almost anything right here. It's in there pretty good. And then there's some broken glass there, broken glass there. There's some glass up in here. There's a top to one right here. Broken. Another broken one there. Broken flower pot, looks like. So it's trashy, obviously. And we're going to just pick it apart a little bit at a time, and we'll see what we got. All right, stay tuned. Well, we just had a nice chunk fall off the top here, which was fine. I just scraped it over to the right hand side here a little bit. Now I got a little bit more visibility. Bottle showing here. Little jar. Baby food jar, nothing special, but glycothylamine. Says 1 pound net glycothylamine. So this just popped out, and base reads K&O Company out of New York. They weren't just specific to one company, so all depends on the company, on how rare or how common this variety is. So we'll look that up. Either way, you will more than likely see it on tomorrow's auction. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, see that rusty layer right here? And there's not too much brick, at least. Better bite my tongue before a bunch shows up. But this Carter's Cone Ink mucilage just came out. So we'll top that off with a marble, probably, on the auction. Or if I don't, Chef Annie will. I'll just hand it to her as a little bonus marble stand and come or go with, whatever you want to call it. So we'll get back at it. Stay tuned. Well, so far it's commons. Nice little bottle here, though. West Disinfecting Company out of New York. 4-ounce net. CN West Disinfecting. Right around turn of the century. 1905, I guess, right around in there. Been getting more pieces of that Flow Blue China. And I don't know if this was a chamber pot. Could have been. This is the handle right here. Seems like it, the way it's made. And then this here is a crier. Not a big crier, but it's a Pyrox. It's a Bowkers or Bowkers, Bowkers. Pyrox poison jar. That's the base. And that's the top right here to it. A lot of broken stuff up in there. So, I mean, I'm not giving up on the hole totally. So, I mean, I got to widen it up anyway and get rid of this so we can go down, you know, instead of just keeping undercutting. So, it's serving a purpose right now. Whatever I get, I get. And, you know, we'll get to going straight down again once we reach the other side right there where those roots are, where that big tree. I've only been just underneath it there on that side, so it's still very much diggable, going straight across from here and out this way towards where the dirt road used to be. So with that being said, you know, I'm here by myself now too, so I got to watch and be really careful with this overburden here. And Chef Annie will be back probably in a couple hours to pick me up. So let me get back to it, and we'll catch you on the next find. Stay tuned. Well, guys. What I thought was the best bottle of the day so far turns out not so best. LOL. Ogden's Pharmacy. Nice size to it, but big old crack right there in the side, and it carries right across the whole middle of the where the embossing is and to the other side here. Again, falling right out of where that rust is right there at the top of my shadow and where that root is sticking out. I don't know, just got to keep going. So, yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been a great auction piece for you guys right there. Look at a nice lip on that. The lip is just about perfect. I don't see any damage on it per se, but that's a shame. That big old crack in there. But, all right, on to the next. All right, just popped out a nice little 7-ounce Isaac Crayons. Nice football-shaped slug plate. It's got the Content 7-ounce embossing on the inside of the slug plate. So they do come without that being advertised on the bottle as well. There are a few variants, and this is really, really light aqua. Probably right around 1910, 1915, right in that area. And so that's one soda. And the glycothylamine and the cone ink. That's about the excitement here so far. And we'll see what else pops out. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back at you. Well, here's a first for me. Kinda. Not that I haven't dug these rectangular strap sides up before. You know, I've seen them embossed, you know, warranted flask with the strap side, but I have never seen Larkin and company out of Buffalo use this style flask before. If anyone else has, let me know. I mean, but this is the first one that I know of, embossed anyway, coming out of here. I would assume that a lot of the slick ones I find like this probably could have been labeled with Larkin products. You never know. So, doesn't seem to have any damage on it. All right, on to the next one. Stay tuned. It's a keeper. All right, guys, I got a jar showing. I hope I didn't crack it. I heard a little crunchiness when I was peeling the rust off that was in the front. So I'm hoping the fork didn't put pressure on it and crack it. So I'm going to go get my single prong out of my bag and, well, let's see here first. Yeah, she's still in there. And there's a bottle behind it here too. I don't know if that's broke. I see the crown top sticking out right there. So, I can't tell what kind of jar it is, whether it's embossed or not. So, all right, we'll be right back. So stay tuned, and maybe I can get in there and do a little live pull on this, and we'll see what we got. All right, be right back, guys. I told myself and Chef Annie I wasn't going to get too dirty today, but that's like telling a kid in a candy store he can't have a piece of candy, I guess. Yeah, I hope I didn't put a stress crack in this. I hope it was just something else that was in or around the jar here. Wow, that's in there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she just rolled. Check that out. All right, now, moment of truth. It's a ball mason. With the dropped L, or dropped A, third L, whatever you want to call it. Nice shoulder seal. Alright, I'll take it. So far it looks pretty good. I don't see any damage on it. I don't see any marks on the base. Oh, it's got the Roman numerals VII, so a number 7. Let's see. That's what it looks like. VII, number 7 mold. All right. Oh, if I got a lid for it, even if I don't have a lid for it, you'll see that up tomorrow night. Nice early ball mason jar, 1910, 1903, 1910, right in that area, I guess. All right, guys. See what else we got popping out of here. Stay tuned. Okay, so right behind the jar and down from it, basically, a little bit lower in the ground, I heard the squeaky squeak squeak, and another nice AC Ogden milk here with the cow's head, the pictorial with the cow's head on it. Right there, doesn't seem to have any damage. We'll see if I can get this cleaned up enough to run tomorrow. I'll probably just see the rust that's stuck to it pretty hard right there. I'll just dunk it right in the old muriatic acid overnight, and when I get home from work tomorrow, we'll pull it out and rinse it off, and I'll guarantee you won't see that rust on there. It'll eat it right off. So another nice find, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. See what else pops out. Stay tuned. All right, guys, just popped out this Pepto-Mangan Good. Looks like some Pepto-Mangan Nasty is still in the bottle there. I don't know if I'm going to take this one. I will leave it here. It's going to get really hot this week. Up into the 80s, they say, by the end of the week. So maybe I'll leave this here. I'll just stand it up and I'll let it, I'll stand it up upside down, like in the crotch of that tree limb right there by my bag or something. And as it gets hot, it'll just drip out. Unless it's solid in there, it's kind of hard to tell. But another find, even if it's not a taker at the moment. We'll see what happens by the weekend. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back at you. All righty, here we have a nice little Aqua warranted flask, half pint size. It doesn't say 7 ounces or half pint, but that's the size they are, technically speaking. Doesn't seem to have any damage on it. This will probably be up on the auction with some of the other goodies that you saw on the slideshow. And I think Chef Annie's got a couple clear ones up here by my bag. I'm not positive, but during her little walk around earlier before she went shopping. So, nice color on this one. And you can see I just kind of took a little bit of the top off right here. I just put it here for now. I did throw a bunch over the side over here, but I'm working straight out towards the road at this point. Where this little tree is right here, I gotta watch because that's one heck of a cast off pile there. I'd have to rake that back down with a potato rake the opposite way from here, obviously, before I go any further, at least to the right hand side of that tree. I might try and go that way a little bit, but not today. I got about another hour, 45 minutes or so before Chef Annie gets here to get me, and then we're gonna go hit up some Cugino's Pizza, the official pizzeria of the Relic Extractors, and we're gonna get some slamming slices and little pepperoni knots, maybe some chicken avocado pizza. I love pepperoni and bacon. My favorite. But anyway, let me get back to digging. We work up that hunger, and we'll catch you on the flip side. And if anything else comes out, we'll get it on here. Stay tuned. Well, that would have been a heck of a demijohn. Look at the top on that. I can't even salvage this to have Gene make it into a marble stand. It has got a huge flash crack right up into the top. You can see it right through there. So as soon as he goes to cut it, it's going to split. So that's a shame. Look at that nice taper to the top of that. You can even see the tooling lines on it there. This is probably about late 1850s, 1860s all day long right here. Look at that thing. Crooked and crude. Like I said, that's a shame we couldn't even salvage that for a marble stand. But we'll see what else comes out. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. Here's another one of those instances as I'm chipping away. I think it's a Bromos seltzer that pops out. when actually it's a poison. Uh, Nowhere's near like that sharpened dome skull and crossbones, but look, it just popped right out of the wall anyway, not really the ceiling here, right where this piece of bone was, or a shoe, I don't know what the heck it is yet. And it's a Triloids cobalt poison. That's the blank side. Hold on. Alright, there's poison. There's a Triloids, and it's got the hobnails on the corners. I'll take it any day. So that makes the whole day right there. That little Triloids poison. Excuse me. Itching my mustache. Getting some dust off me. And Chef Annie should be here in about a half an hour, 45 minutes. There you go. We'll see if we hold on to this one or not. You guys will just have to wait till tomorrow night to see. Let's see what the demand is. All right, guys, we'll catch you back. Maybe there's more. Stay tuned. All right, guys, got another 7-ounce Isaac Rand's and Sons. Yeah, there it is. All of a sudden, I didn't think the 7 was there, but it's there. Doesn't seem to have any damage, so maybe we'll run them as a pair or a trio. I got a little Sweeney's up there that John left last time. Did get a little Burnett's here from Boston, off camera. And then at first I thought it was still filled with whiskey, but it's just muddy water. Union made shooter size or sample size whiskey. So that's cool. Love finding the little sample whiskeys. Got them in amber. I don't have any aqua. This one's clear. Got them in amber and that dark olive. So looking for any other color in between. Now we got the clear. We need the aquas. All right, guys. Stay tuned. We'll see what else comes out. Alrighty, out. Just rolled this little Selleck perfumer out of New York. Also part of a larger conglomerate called Wood and Selleck Chemists in New York. They had a nice square aqua jar that is listed in the red book. Wood and Selleck. Look it up. I dug one here 5 years ago. Second time I dug here anyway. And got a little tight on cash. And I sold the jars. One of those things I regret doing. Desperate times, you know. So that jar is going to be hard to replace. And basically found it right on the other side of these 2 trees here. Next hole over. The possibilities are endless in this place, and it's so huge. But on the flip side, I mean, yeah, my hole here looked like it was touched this morning. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. It just didn't seem, that deep up and underneath the overhang here. That doesn't seem to be the way we left it, John and I, last time we were here. So, anyway, turning out to be an alright day. The Triloids poison made today, and I got a little Colgate bottle right there, standing up on a jar lid. I got a couple jar lids. The glycothylamine, the milk, the ball jar, little sample whiskey, 3 sodas, the Larkin that looks like a whiskey, the strap side Larkin, and a couple other things. So I'm going to pop it right about in this area right here, up underneath here for a little bit, and then nothing comes out, I'll be packing up. Even if something does pop out, I'll throw it on here for you guys real quick, and then I'll be packing up, and I'll be meeting Chef Annie out front so she doesn't have to walk all the way back here. So with that being said, let me get back to work here for a couple minutes, and we'll catch you on the next one, or on Tuesday. We shall see. All right, guys. Be right back.